I hope you're all doing well, getting comfortable, being conscious of your reality shifts. Thanks for joining me today. We're going to be discussing voting video number 234 in the incredible Mandela Effect Voting video series. Now, one of the biggest Mandela effects over the last couple of years has been Oscar Meyer, but that's not what this video is about. This video is about the hot dogs that Oscar Meyer makes. So, it's always been Oscar Meyer, M-A-Y-E-R, but I grew up with Oscar M-E-Y-E-R, and I'm sure many of you did as well. But I also grew up with something else. So, we have 15,800 matches here in newspapers of what I remember. Oscar Meyer Weинers, 43 cents, 45 cents. So the list goes on newspapers.com. Oscar Meyer Weинers. Spelled the way that I remember. W-E-I-N-E-R. Now I'm sure a lot of people are going to say, oh, well, it's I before E except after C. That doesn't apply here. That didn't apply with Spielberg. It doesn't apply with Budweiser. B-U-D-W-E-I-S-E-R. And then there's going to be the people that say, oh, well, this is a German word and it's W-I-E-N-E-R. Well, that's great. Thanks for explaining this reality. A lot of people like to come and explain this reality. But this is how it was spelled, where J.C. Penney was J-C-P-E-N-N-Y, and Sally Fields had an S on her name, and Jim Carrey had one R in his name, and all the stuff, thousands of things that were different. Oscar Meyer Weeiners were this way here. This is what I remember. Thumb this video up if you also remember Weiner being spelled W-E-I-N-E-R as opposed to W-I-E-N-E-R, which is what it's always been. This is now a misspelling. But this is how I remember it spelled. And there's the list goes on and on. You can just roll through these forever looking at all these newspapers. Same with YouTube. Oscar Meyer Weiner. Now here you got the Meyer there, which is what it's always been, which just looks so wrong. It's always Oscar Meyer. I mean, Oscar Meyer and Kit Kat, I think, are the two that stand out the most, and Jif, when I go to the grocery store. I just shake my head at those things all the time. So lots of people remember Oscar Meyer Weeiners, W-E-I-N-E-R-S. Channel 3 News remembers, do you wish you were an Oscar Meyer Weiner? Celebrate National Hot Dog Day. Here's an Oscar Meyer Weiner bank. And then just more newspaper examples. Lots of examples. Lots of people remember Oscar Meyer Weeiners being spelled W-E-I-N-E-R. Here's a WNCT Channel 9 hot dog Oscar Meyer Weiner truck sets sail. Now, I'm going to bring up an image of what it's always been. It just looks so wrong. It looks foreign. I noticed this recently. I noticed the Oscar Meyer, 2 years ago when everyone else was talking about it. But with the Spielberg thing, I was looking up something with the E's and I's, and I'm like, whoa, what's going on with the word wiener, hot dog? It's like, no, it just looks so foreign. It hit me like some of these other Mandela effects hit you when you notice them or when someone points it out, and you just get that feeling. I know a lot of you know that feeling. So the famous Oscar Meyer Wienermobile visits the library. All right, so where's that other one? Okay, so here we go. This is how they've always been. And the Wienermobile's always been W-I-E-N-E-R. And these have always been W-I-E-N-E-R-S, wieners. That just looks so foreign. But that's the way the Mandela Effect is. So that's about it. I'm hoping when I have time to work on like a after a 2 year dealing with the Mandela effect, and also being thankful for the opportunity to deal with the Mandela effect. This is an extremely positive thing, in my opinion. Remember, this is one man's opinion. A lot of people recently are trying to say that I think I'm always right and blah, blah, blah. No, that's not what this is about. This is my opinion. If you don't agree, that's fine. But you will be blocked if you're a nuisance. If you're just going to constantly just, try and get emotions out of other people on this channel or myself. You're going to try and get a rise out of everybody and just be annoying. If you're going to be annoying, you're going to be gone. You're not going to be here. So you could disagree, but there's a mature way and a respectable way of disagreeing. And so if you're going to disagree in an annoying way, in a rude way, then you're going to be gone. So I wanted to point out one other thing before I take off. I think we're all experiencing the Mandela effect at different levels. I've noticed some people, I think Mandela Affected channel, he seems to notice so many things, way more than I'm, I can think of maybe like 400 to 500 changes. But he seems to point out thousands of things, like little things. And I think some of us are more attuned to noticing those little things, and they're different for them. Now, I can't say, because a lot of that stuff, I don't even know. I don't know which way it was in the beginning, so I couldn't say now, but I think some of us are way more affected than others. Some of us are only able to see changes that affect a lot of people, like maybe 1 million, where other of us are experiencing the effect to a level of maybe only a couple thousand people see that change. And then there's also things that we're just wrong on. Now that plays in on this as well. We're not correct on all our memories. Memory is fallible. We've had the naysayers point that out, and they're right. But that's not what's going on here with the Mandela effect, because anyone experiencing the Mandela effect to at least a mild level, they understand that something's happened or something is happening. I mean, that's obvious to people that are going through it. So I just wanted to point that out. And then I wanted to mention the funniest thing with all these videos and this channel is the Mandela effect judges. We have people who think that, because they don't remember it a different way, that's not a Mandela effect, and they're going to be the judge, and they're going to say, this is not a Mandela. That's like my most common comment over the past 2 years is, that's not a Mandela effect. Okay, maybe not for you. But you don't know everyone else's memories, so that's fine. It's not a Mandela effect for you. So that's where you need to keep it. You're not experiencing that Mandela effect. That's fine. You don't know if other people are. So it's just so hilarious for people who think that they know everyone else's memories. It's quite arrogant. I've had people tell me how arrogant I am because I think that I'm not wrong. I'm wrong on plenty of things. But on a lot of these big Mandela effects for me personally and other people, I don't remember it that way. But it's pretty arrogant to say, this is not a Mandela effect. Oh, sorry, you don't know my memories, buddy. And there's tons of reality residue for it, so whatever. That's it, everyone. I will talk to you all soon. Go create the reality that you want.